Not to mention my weed sax dance. So go catch a check and meet me at the upper deck. I'm gonna disperse to the ones that come first. There's no reverse when you're caught in the curse. Hypnotize people as they listen to the verse. Result of a chemical reaction. Life plays through like a movie in action. Lights, camera, cut. Knocking the air out the gut. There's too much fucking smoke in the hood.
As we light the torch, get ready for the blaze. Rip it to play tectonics and earthquakes. You know we got zero with tolerance. Dismiss them punk ass from the conference. They go to waves, transmitted the vibration. Can you hear me? I represent the string theory. I'm a scientist, what I invent is timeless. The concept flow with violence, making you lifeless. If you wanna smoke, get down. Cause when we hotbox, you stop, drop, roll to the sound. Under the ground, you know the tunnel that we coming through pitch black.
You got what it takes to
battle with the ninja that's heartless. The only way to defeat NP is to be artless. Motherfuckers can't escape my cosmos. Transport you to a new dimension like a black hole. Something to emphasize, I reach heights like a flying object unidentified. Revise countless subjects abducted, missing. The headline said why the fuck they didn't listen. Stone ninjas have you under attack, no time to act. Your brain hesitates when we cross the path, face it. The inevitable force came in. You can't prevent predestination, let it go. Hit the joke, you wanna get rid of the deceit, stick with the flow. I'm stabbing like a motherfucking pirate, affecting your lungs with THC virus. Whatever the damage may be, it's mandatory that I proceed to making it possible for recovery. Running with the wolf pack, no orders to pull back. Red again, Kai, tell them how we gonna rule back.
Intercept their codes of concept, exploit the truth to control the youth, pulling strings. One rules all, Lord of the Rings, bowing down to worship like kings. Until we get the respect and neglect, people are gonna protect and defect. One hero allowing, zero to suffer, knowing he's immune to pain and tougher than any ordinary man. Fighting the sins of six, stepping up like Spider-Man. Stepped against the odds, line they bolt by the gods. Here it cracks, visible, how it turns black. Different dimensions, I'm floating ascensions with who knows what evil intentions. But we got nukes on ready like the Lotus Steady. Heat seeking faster than Mario Andretti.
If we coming through, motherfuckers. We coming through, motherfuckers. Ninja. Watch it.
Who's there? Who's there?
If you ever come to Tucson, this place will definitely be the top, at least 3 places people will recommend you to come to. Us Tucsonians, we call this whole mountain range Mt Lemmon, because we pretty much all grew up knowing it as Mt Lemmon, but it's really part of a bigger mountain range called the Santa Catalina Mountains. This is just a little spot I know about. It's kind of like my little family secret spot we come to and sled away from the crowd and stuff during the winter seasons and stuff. But even today it was like 90 degrees, and up here it feels like at least 70, 71, so it's always cooler temps up here too. Nice to get away from the heat down in Tucson. I've been coming here since I was a kid. My parents used to bring me here when I was at least 5, maybe even younger, that I could remember at least. And me and my brother would play in these same woods right here. And now I get to bring my own little family here, my daughters and my wife. Probably couldn't count how many times I've actually been up here. It's been over hundreds probably throughout my entire life. It's just so beautiful here though. Yeah, if you ever visit Tucson, this place will be recommended by somebody. If they can't think of something to do, they'll be like, oh, go check out Mt Lemmon. And yeah, it's one of the sky islands here in Arizona, so it has a very diverse ecosystem from top to bottom. You go from saguaros on the bottom to pine forest up top, just like this. I love it because it's only about 30-45 minutes away from my house. Compared to where I used to live, I live on the east side of Tucson now. I was from the south side, and that was a journey from that end. Now it's not so bad. We do a lot of rock counting up here. This whole place is filled with quartz and everything you could imagine on these mountainsides. It is a national forest, so you are allowed to rock hound here. I know some parts of the national parks you're not allowed to, but since this is a national forest, you can take up to, I think it's 10 pounds per person a day. And we usually respect that, so that never really becomes a problem. It's not like we want to haul 50 pounds of rocks out here anyways. I don't want to wander too far away from my bag and my helmet, because then I'm spending next hour looking for that. But yeah, like I said, this is just my little secret spot. I'm sure other people know about this place, but this little pull off here doesn't have any signs, no trail markers, nothing saying anything's back here. But people do camp back here and stuff, so it is known. I just love it because there's hardly anybody back here, and it's nice to get some little bit of quiet and some fresh air and ponder on life circumstances and whatnot. I keep hearing voices in the distance. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my anxiety thinking people are listening to me talk to myself, which I have not gotten used to, by the way. It's still gonna be a little awkward. I think it just goes down into a little stream down there, which obviously ain't running right now because it's dry as hell. It's almost summer, so unless we get some pretty good monsoons, we're not gonna see any water up here for a while. And this is just the public side of the mountain. The whole backside is a whole different place, which I personally prefer because there's so much more things to do back there. I myself being a caver, well, let's just say it's paradise back there. And I have yet to see them all, but I want to at least one day. But, you know, no rush. Still got time to adventure. Ooh, ooh. Me and my wife did find some pretty good clusters back here before. And I have a feeling there was an old mine site right here in this particular area. Obviously there's mines all across this mountainside. on the backside especially. I've been in a couple of them already, but just here on this public side right here up Catalina Highway, they probably closed it. There's just so much like throwaway rock up here. There has to be some sort of mine operation going up here at one point. This whole mountain has so much damn history, so who knows. Just on the way up to, I passed that old prison camp, the Gordon Hayabushi prison camp, I think it's called. And it was a prison camp here in World War II for Japanese people who they kept separate from society because they felt like maybe they were up to no good, which is pretty fucked up. But history is history. We can't change it. We can only learn about it and learn from it. I don't know why I went off on that little tangent, but back of my head, I'm just hoping I didn't lose my fucking helmet in my bag. Maybe there is people on this other side over here. Like I said, people do camp back here. I think I see my bag. Yeah. And of course, I'm not gonna be able to show you the whole mountain today. I just kind of wanted to ride up here, take a picture of or take a video of the ride up. And take my word for it, if anybody's riding up here on motorcycles or even cars for that matter, and you feel like you got the need for speed, this is not the place to do it. Let me tell you, there's a very infamous officer who lives up here because she is up here all the time, and she will not hesitate to write you up. So just a PSA to anybody thinking they're gonna come up here and treat it as a racetrack. That's not the sense, man. Don't do it. All it takes is one blind turn and for that cop to radar you and it's done, man. Take my word for it. I got her autograph before, so don't do it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots. I love it out here. You know, me and my family ever looking for something to do when we don't have anything on the plate, we just want to get out and be out in nature, this is the spot we come to. And there's hundreds of places like this, you know, up and down this mountain, so you don't have to be biased and come to my secret spot. You know, just the ride up and down, as beautiful as it is. And I'm sure everybody has this kind of place in their own state of some sort, you know. But for us Tucsonians, you know, this is our spot. And a lot of us hold it very near to our heart. I remember being like 8 years old, running with my brother up and down these hills. My dad had just got a video camera with the old school VHS tapes. It'd be cool to find some of that footage. It just trips me out nowadays when I bring my daughters here and seeing them running around. How much time has passed. And how quick time goes. If there are any Tucsonians watching, you always see those lights, those red lights on the top side of a mountain at nighttime blinking. Those are it right there, which I believe are all radio towers and telecommunications, but I wouldn't doubt if it had something to do with the military as well. They're very good at hiding things in plain sight, that's for sure. So you never know. knows, maybe I'll drag the girls up here this weekend or something. I really want to hit the backside again because got some unfinished business back there with the caves and stuff. I'm out here near Redington Pass. It's another spot that's pretty close to my house, so I come here a lot to ride up and down the, not necessarily the dirt road, but they have a little bit of a paved path on the way up here. I think my bag should be right here. I'm gonna take a little walk. Yeah, my battery died yesterday when I was at Mt Lemmon. Well, actually, it was 2 days ago now. That was on Thursday. It's now Saturday. So I figured instead of just cutting the video short, I would just add on to it. And like I was saying, this was Redington Pass. Still in between the Santa Catalina Mountains mountain range, but this takes Tinca Verde and it connects it to San Pedro Vista over there, the San Pedro Valley, and it cuts through about 20-30 miles. Historically, I think it was like an old military route, supply route or something like that, but again, there's tons of history that goes with these mountains, so it's hard to pinpoint. It's just one thing. Whoa. People mainly come here for Tinca Verde Falls, and you know that runs from a lot of the runoff during the winter season on the higher mountains that gained a lot of snow melt and stuff. Gotta watch out for those snakes. They're definitely out already. Been reports of bites, people's dogs. But we live in Arizona, so I mean it's a pretty common thing. Yeah, just another one of those spots though. Come out here just to get away from the city, get some fresh air out here. Yeah, the main attraction out here is Tinca Verde Falls, which consists of a lower, upper, and middle section. And from what I hear, I've never done it. I've never done it myself. I've seen the water flowing from like up in these areas and stuff, but I've never actually hiked them. And they said it's pretty an intermediate hike, I guess. A lot of people have been getting hurt on that. I don't know exactly why. And like I said, I've never done it myself, but from the people I've asked, they said it's, I guess, steep and treacherous. They explained it as. So not a beginner level hike, I guess you would say. I don't know. This whole desert is treacherous, so that's I use that term loosely because, I mean, it's all fucking treacherous. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking nude beach out there somewhere. I don't know where. I don't want to know where. But if you're out here hiking around, you come across some naked ass people, that's probably why. Don't freak out. Not my thing, but hey. Whatevskis. I don't know why I keep putting my bag down everywhere and I keep walking away from it. Just throw it on. It's my helmet too, that's why. Alright, no snakes. No snakes. Oh. Wow. Can't beat that view, that's for sure. Those dirt bike guys probably think I'm crazy for driving up here in a fucking little itty bitty sports bike. Hey, take it easy though, you'll be surprised. It's all chewed up. Yeah, and I also wanted to mention, I know my intros have been a little edgy lately with the, you know, some of the songs I've been choosing to use for the intros and whatnot, but you know, that's just a shout out to my old lineage, my old homies and stuff, you know, that we're all in the music game here and locally in Tucson, and I feel like music really does make a big difference on videos and stuff. It helps you connect you the emotion, capture whatever you're trying to portray. It makes a big deal, it makes a big part of it, you know, so you know, I thought it was pretty cool to mix in a couple of those. Feels so good up here right now, I don't want to leave. Damn. It's like the perfect time to come to these places like golden hour. This one's a little closer to me than Mt Lemmon, probably about 20-25 minutes instead of 30-45 minutes. I don't come up here a lot, but I usually ride to where the pavement ends, and then I turn around and head back down Old Spanish Trail and stuff, and Colossal Cave. That's like my normal riding spots here in town, at least. Yeah, just wanted to come up here and add some footage to the video I had from Thursday. Like I said, my battery died, so I kind of just cut out after I was chilling there. But it was nice. It was a nice little time to get some quiet and reflect on things, and exactly what I needed at the moment. So just to touch on that other note though too, if anybody out there is watching this and they have some, because I don't make any money off of this shit, I mean, and if you have some music that you want me to put a part of this shit, let me know, man. I'll throw it in, especially some local stuff. Always down. I only know of one cave that's kind of back here in this area, which it might be pretty far down, because I know this road goes at least 20-30 miles, and I know it reaches the backside of Mt Lemmon eventually. And I kind of want to do that whole road in my Jeep one day. Maybe me and the girls would do that one day, but it's probably going to be a whole day thing. I think there's a couple of ghost town you pass through as well. But Ute Canyon. Apparently there's a cave over there. And I don't know if it's off limits or not. Ow. But that'll be cool to check that out one day. I found it on an old topo map of the area, and it looked what I thought was a mine entrance, but on the map it says cave entrance. And now when I looked into it, it said there is one out there, but it might be protected because it has some protected species inside of it, like some type of small fish, which tripped me out because caves don't really have a lot of bodies of water to hold, let alone hold fish. So that's kind of cool, but that makes sense. Maybe there is something that's only specifically to there that they have to keep out of people's reach. Just like here at Colossal Cave too. I don't know if not many people know that, but Colossal Cave actually has more than one cave at the park. It's just you're only allowed to see one because the other two are off limits to only scientists and researchers and whatnot. I think they found like a bunch of prehistoric either bones or creatures to this day that still exist in there. And I don't mean like dinosaurs or anything. I mean like, imagine like a prehistoric caterpillar or some shit. I don't know for sure, but yeah. Which I believe one is called like the Archistone, and the other one's like La Tetera, which is like Spanish for like the little teapot. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, very cool area. Especially at golden hour. I don't know, maybe I'll stick around for a couple more minutes, wait for that sun to go down. Man, I can't wait to get a side-by-side one day. That's gonna be so much fun. People are ripping up here right now. That's so dope though. It's one of the best parts of Arizona. Yeah, like I was saying, man, shout out to my boys. If any of you guys are happen to be watching or find yourself to have found this video somehow, and just know that I hope you guys are all doing good. You know who you are, you know who the clan was, and I wish you guys all the best of luck, and don't take my absence as disrespect. Just know that I needed to put my head down for a while and get right with my family, so that's all it is. And I know my brothers will really understand that without any questions. So yeah, just a little shout out to you guys. started making me thinking about you guys on Mount Lemmon the other day too, and that's why I threw that song in at the beginning. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. And I'm sure we'll link up in time. Let me get a couple more shots and I'm gonna be out. Cause I'm starting to lose light. Man, oh man, though. Look at that. Shit never gets old. Never. There she goes. Welcome to the valley, baby.
Okay.
Please drive in slowly following the entrance signs.
You got your windows up, right?
Would you guys rather Sonic or Wiener Schnitzel?
Wiener Schnitzel?
Okay.